You know what? F*** it. I'm not wasting time on one of those intros.
Good idea, mate.
Yes, it's collab time. Today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, UtterSpartan, and together we are going to be dealing with a very interesting topic.
Laughter is the best medicine. It heals all wounds, especially those psychological. This principle applies to video games as well. If a game designer isn't careful enough, they could leave the game with no laughter and therefore no way to treat the sad emotions their game brings on.
A great way to combat sadness in a video game is to create a character for the purpose of comic relief. Whether this character is stupid, outlandish, or funny in their own unique way, good comic relief characters can relieve the pressure of a serious game. Some of these comic relief characters have gone beyond the Call of Duty and left a permanent imprint on our minds as being truly hilarious.
So Rabbid and I have combined our opinions to give you this list, the top 10 comic relief characters in video games.
Normal rules apply. We're only choosing characters from games that at least one of us have played, and the one per franchise rule is also in play. And of course, remember this is our opinion, so please respect it, whatever your interpretations.
Enough wasting time, let's roll. Sera is one of those guys that are just naturally hilarious. All he has to do is make a sly comment and it's funny.
Leon! Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude! And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first, before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know.
Don't worry. She's cool.
Never mind.
On top of that, he's got a pretty important backstory, being heavily involved in the plot rather than a character tacked on to the end. You'd think a man with such machismo would get higher on the list, but nope, the man dies pretty quick.
Oh Luis, if only you had more time to be a cocky Spanish man. We'll all miss your one-liners and general Latin flair. You made the game so much more bearable than all the crap that Ashley was coming out with. A moment of silence please for this hilarious Spaniard. Being able to say extreme or hilarious things with a completely straight face or monotone voice is a skill very few have. Now imagine combining that talent with a psychotic version of C-3PO and you have HK-47.
My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Answer. There are a lot of politicians on Coruscant, Master. I could spend decades slaughtering them and still not make a dent. Oh, Master, I am so disappointed in you right now. No, don't look at me. This was my thought as well, Master. You show excellent logical skills. For a meatbag, he requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master? Objection. That is so unfair, Master. Have I not brought you a great deal of satisfaction? Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People, Master. Doubtless he wishes assistance. Translation. 2% probability that the miniature organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.
He's, to simply put it, the most evil and violent thing I have ever seen in a video game. But he's under your control. Therefore, he only commits atrocities when you tell him to do so, and oh boy, does he have advice on that. On top of that, he even has his own R2-D2-like companion, T3M4. Oh, and yeah, his name is indeed a play on AK-47.
Ah, more questions. Wonderful.
Firstly, and secondly, nope, because as weird as it seems, there is someone from Skyward Sword who is actually funnier.
Oh my days, I love this guy. Groose started off as a very big-headed, egotistical and arrogant character who quite literally wore his penis on his head. Some of his actions are just fantastic, while his reactions when he's told off by Zelda are hysterical. For a while he seemed to fade out of the game, but he returns in style. It's at this point in the game where Groose really comes into his own. The plot becomes serious and adventurous, and you are numerously put to the test against some horrific hardships. But all this time, Groose just dicks about. And while he does take some stuff seriously, he always does it with a twinge of humour. Who'd have thought that we'd see something like this from someone whose name literally rhymes with douche? TV Tropes has a really good word for what Daxter is, adorkable. Another word they have for him is Iron Butt Monkey. Yes, Daxter is indeed the fall guy, the loudmouth, the idiot, and also the cute orange thing.
Got it. Where would you be without me, eh, Dax?
Well, Jack, I probably wouldn't be 2 feet tall, fuzzy, and running around in the sewer without a pair of pants. God, I miss pants.
But there's more. The entire storyline of the original Jak and Daxter was started because of a stupid decision of Daxter's. When he fell into the dark eco at the beginning of the game and changed into an Ottsel, the pair embarked on a quest to change his appearance back to normal. And in the end, he didn't change back. Daxter is so funny that he's often thought of by the gaming masses as a symbol of comedy in gaming, almost as the iconic symbol of everything funny in video games. While he certainly is hilarious, he is by no means the best. In fact, we can think of 6 characters better at their job than he is.
Even you cannot save us from this, hero.
Hey, I'm the real hero here. You can call me Orange Lightning.
In Japanese mythology, Susano is the brother of Amaterasu and the god of the sea. In Okami, a game with heavy ties to Japanese mythology, Susano is an alcoholic, lazy, and cocky descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. After Amaterasu helps him destroy a boulder, he believes that he can do absolutely anything. He's dead wrong.
He ends up causing plenty of misadventure with Ami and Isu. Seriously, he gets drunk off holy booze. Beer! Before actually proving his worth in the battle against Orochi. It's a pretty good character arc, and he was funny on the way there, but there is a problem. Susano never appears again after the Kamiki Festival, or at least not properly anyway. All of this fantastic humour and then nothing. Granted, he does make a minor appearance in Okami then, but that's it. Maybe if he appeared a bit more, then he would have been a lot higher on this list.